Hello everyone and welcome back to the Builder's Guide. This is episode 1, and in this episode we are going to be going ahead and learning all about shapes. And shapes are one of the most basics of basics, and I literally mean this is the core structure that makes up your build. If you go ahead and look at any build in Minecraft, well, you see a lot of different shapes in that build. And so yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Before we begin this video, I would like you all to click that subscribe button and also share it with your friends and share it around, as that way it helps me out and the channel out, and also helps everyone else out who wants to go ahead and find a good series that helps them out and teaches them all of the things that they need to know to become a good builder. So, without further ado, let's get started. The first shape that we're going to be going ahead and talking about is, of course, the humble cuboid. Now, cuboids are literally just cubes and rectangles. So this is the smallest cuboid there is in the game. Is literally one block. This is a cube, and yeah, pretty simple. The way you make it is you literally just place a block down. Simple as that. The next one is just a bigger cube, which is basically just you build a flat face, and then you build another flat face, then another one, and you do another one on the bottom, and you fill it up until it is just a bigger version of that. Only, well, bigger. And now we have another shape, which is pretty much exactly the same as that, but you just make it taller. And this is a rectangular prism. And that right there is all of our cuboids. Next up, we have the pyramid. Now, we are going to be taking a look at a square-based pyramid, and this is one of those in Minecraft. And how you make it is you go ahead, you build a square right here. Then you go ahead and you place another square, slightly smaller than that one, and you just place it on top. Then you go ahead and you add another square, slightly smaller than the previous one, and you add another one, and then lastly, you add a block on top. So basically, you're building smaller and smaller squares, so you're adding smaller and smaller and smaller squares on top of each other until you eventually get to the point. Now, one thing to note is that they do have to be an odd number. Well, I mean, technically they can, but if you want it to look like this, where it has a 1 block point, it has to be an odd number. So as you can see, this one right here is a 9 by 9. So that by 9 by 9, I mean this side is 9 blocks, and this side is 9 blocks. So that's how I'm able to do that. If it was, say, even, it would look something like that. But, yeah, it isn't like that. So it isn't like that. So that's why it looks like that. And that right there is your pyramid. Next up, we have our circles. Now, in Minecraft, you're probably thinking, wait, AJ, how can you build a circle in Minecraft if Minecraft is made out of cubes? Well, you can, just, it looks a little blocky. Like, as you can see here, this is what a circle in Minecraft looks like. Now, this is just as best as you could possibly get a circle in Minecraft. So, let's go ahead and build one together. So, starting off, you can just grab any block that you want, and we're simply just going to find a spot, and we're just going to go ahead and build. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to make a three blocks like this. Place a block, go out one more, 1, 2, 3, like that. Place a block here, 1, 2, 3, place a block, out one, like that. And that right there is how you make yourself a circle in Minecraft. And you can make all different sized ones as well, not just that one. There are images online that you can go ahead and look up, and it shows you all of the size dimensions of circles in Minecraft. So yeah, go check it out if you're interested. and search it up. Alrighty, now the next shape that just builds onto this is the cylinder. Now the cylinder is essentially it's one of those, but you basically stack it on top of each other. So you bring it up all the way, then go ahead and just fill it in. And well, that's how you make a cylinder. Pretty simple. Now next up is the cone. Now the cone is by far one of the most complicated shapes you could build. It's literally just a circle, and then you're going ahead and you're kind of rounding it off. It's really hard to make, but let's go ahead and do another example here of how you make one of these. Alrighty, this is how you build a cone, and a cone is very difficult to make, but essentially you're going to start off with a circle like so, and then what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and you're just going to do like this. You're going to place blocks like that. Then what you're going to do is do that, so place 2 blocks in the gaps. Then in this side we want to go up like this, not like that. We want to go up like that. Then we want to go up like this. And then add like that. And that right there is your cone. Now the cone, it looks really complicated and is slightly difficult to build, especially when you get to larger cones. Like this is only just a small cone, but when you get into the larger cones, it's really difficult to make, but is indeed a fundamental that is used in roofs and all kinds of stuff. Same with the pyramid, used in roofs and stuff. Next up, we have ourselves the sphere. Now, the sphere is incredibly difficult to make. It's just like the cone. Unfortunately, I don't really understand how to make spheres, so I just use Axiom. But the idea being is you're basically building a circle, and you're building another circle, and then you do the same thing over here. 2 circles, 2 circles, 2 circles, 2 circles, 2 circles, and then you just, well, rounding them off by just, you know, placing blocks in the corners and stuff and connecting it up. And that's pretty much how you make a sphere. They will look a little lopsided and a little bit cube-like. That's just how spheres in Minecraft look, but yeah, that's how you make a sphere. And that concludes this episode of the Builder's Guide. I hope you all did enjoy it, and if you did, please let me know down in the comments, and also leave some feedback down below, because any feedback would be really helpful, as that way I can go ahead and improve these videos and make sure that they are more understandable for you guys. And so yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next episode, which is all about color theory. And well, you can kind of see a little bit of a spoiler right there. It's a big episode, so yeah, I'll catch you all over there.